Hey, what's up, you guys? So, the festive season has turned out to be a crazy one, and with many of us going back into lockdown or various degrees of, I'm going to say, precautions against the COVID-19 virus, it is awesome to see that Hot Toys is giving us something to look forward to somewhere in the course of 2022, and that, of course, is the classic suit Spider Man. Now, I have been following the Spider Man line with great excitement and great enthusiasm, and I've been looking forward to this particular suit for a while. So let us get right into it. We're going to talk about things starting right now with all the accessories overall. Some of the usual stuff that we see over there, we'll get into more detail about the other stuff, but this here diorama that they are packaging with, I take great interest in this one over here. Now, the first thing I was concerned about is whether or not this is going to be a plastic piece or not. And when you look at the information available on the website, it just says one specially designed city themed character backdrop. So it doesn't really talk about the materials, but when you look at the pictures themselves, and you're going to see from the side profile just now, together with that scorpion tail, it would appear that this is in fact plastic. That scorpion tail, mind you, it reminds me a little bit of the anti-ock suit and the Doc Ock tentacle that you see over there as well. I think it's a nice touch. It does lend itself to some pretty awesome displays. It does lend itself to some pretty epic action shots. It's super early in the morning, so can't English properly. But here, if you look at the side profile of the actual diorama itself, you can see that it's slightly thicker plastic. So I'm leaning towards this being a plastic feature, and I wonder if future releases will come with other pieces of a diorama so you can build like a whole cityscape or not. I do see that the sculpting isn't crazy on it, but it's a nice add-on piece over there that goes nicely with the standard display base. That scorpion tail, mind you, has bendable wire in it, at least according to the breakdown on the Hot Toys website, and you can get some pretty cool poses off. I think it's also removable as well, so you can move it around, fiddle with it, and do all of that stuff. That's going to be pretty cool. In terms of posability, it looks like, once again, we're looking at the same body that we've had with all the other releases, and I think that this suit, because it doesn't have any other embellishments like we saw on the Spider-Man 2099, for example, I think that you're not going to have too much of damage with the suit over here now if you're going to move it around and keep it in dynamic poses. But of course, the standard conditions will apply. Just be sure that you don't keep it in a pose for too long, otherwise the suit will get warped and all of that. But in terms of the body, we haven't seen too many complaints from previous releases, and I think that this is going to be pretty kick-ass and cool just in terms of what you can do with the figure. Now, that diorama base, again, I'm talking a lot about because it's such a unique new feature, and I hope it's something that we'll see a little bit more of. As you can see, it has a reverse side, which is the interior of a building, and that reminds me of the Marvel Select Black Cat. I was going to say Black Widow, but Black Cat, which had a similar thing. Obviously, very, very different lines, very, very different price points, but a nice touch nonetheless. Looking at the rest of the accessories, we see some of the other stuff that we've seen before. The eyes, the hands, the web lines, those are all standard things right now. And the only other things it comes with in terms of accessories are, of course, the newspaper. And I think that this is a nice touch. I don't know whether or not I would actually display my figures with this ever, but it is a nice touch. And oddly reminiscent of the Scarlet Spider together with the pizza. These little character specific, or rather scene specific items, and of course the cell phone over here as well. A very, very small accessory, nothing too crazy about that. I wish we had gotten some more stuff, but hey, what are you going to do? One really corny thing, which I think is funny, which is nice, is of course the pointing fingers. I think that Hot Toys is going to help us to get this into the Spider-Verse segment over here that we saw at the end of the movie, this meme bringing it to life. It's a nice touch, it's a nice touch. I do feel they could have done slightly better in terms of some of the accessories. I would have liked to have seen some of the accessories from the advanced suit, but I guess we take what we get, and what we're getting over here is a really imposing, really awesome looking figure that looks to hold some amazing poses, and that's subject to your discretion over there. But if you think about it, any museum pose, collectors at the very least will be pretty chuffed with this one over here as well. I think it looks awesome. I think the suit, the details on it, all really, really epic stuff. Some people are complaining about the raised ridges with the web lines. I don't mind it too much. I just think that this looks really, really nice. It'll be a phenomenal addition to any Spider-Man collection, definitely one that I am planning on pre-ordering. Now, on that note, my friends, I remind you that our friends from Hobby Island are the official distributor for Hot Toys items here in South Africa, and you can get this item available from pre-order over there with the payment plan plan, and this figure is due in, I think it's Q2 2022. And you can also check out their website details for their other authorized retailers, all of whom have specials running as well. Let me know if you're grabbing this, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said before, the world is crazy right now, and I thank you for taking some time out to look at my channel. There's some other videos here on the side that I think you might enjoy as well. And as long as you're doing all of that, drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what's been going on with you. What have you been collecting? What have you been unboxing? What craziness have you been up to? And I'll catch you guys soon. Ciao!